Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. I haven't been all that good over the last 2 weeks, hence why I haven't uploaded anything over the last 2 weeks. I'm really sorry for that. I really wanted to finally get ahead of my game and really upload every single week, but then I caught the flu. Lucky me. Today, as you probably have guessed by the title, I'm going to share my autumn reading list with you guys. Now, I have done quite a few of those videos over the last couple of months already. If you want to check those out, I will leave them somewhere up here in the cards. I have no idea which corner it is, but yeah, I will just leave them over here. But first, you might want to continue watching this video because I'm going to share my treasure books that I want to read over the next 1.5 months, I want to say. So, wish me luck. If you want to know what I'm going to read, then please just carry on watching. Now, I came prepared. I've got my Hedwig mug over here with a cup of tea in it, and I felt really put together today. Like, really professional, grown up, with my dark vampy lip and my hair is kind of sleek for once. And this shirt's a really fancy one. And then there's me drinking out of an owl mug. Balance, right? For the first book, which I actually already started reading, To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. And you probably, amongst everybody else on the internet and everyone who's a Netflix junkie, has seen the movie. I watched the movie on a whim actually during the night because I just felt like watching something like really cheesy and teenage drama-esque, and I bloody loved it. So I wanted to read the book because that's what I usually do. I either watch the movie, then read the book, or read the book and then watch the movie. That's just how I roll. I started reading this already and I can't even tell you how easy this is to read. First of all, it's a bit weird, but the chapters are like, sometimes they're like really short. Sometimes one chapter is like 2 pages long. Sometimes a chapter is like 20 pages long. And yeah, it's really good. It's such an easy read. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Lara Jean's love life is about to go from imaginary to out of control. Lara Jean Song keeps love letters in a hat box her mother gave her, one for every boy she's ever loved. She can say anything she wants because the letters are for her eyes only, until the day they're sent out. If you haven't seen the movie, then I highly recommend you go and watch that first because it's just brilliant, because the book is quite different. They left a lot out, but it's bloody good nonetheless. Now, moving on to the second book, which has a funny intro to it. If you didn't know, I actually study English and American Studies at the University of Vienna. The study includes like different courses, and one of those courses being English literature. Now, my literature professor is obsessed with Dracula. Every autumn and like when Halloween comes around, she says it like 100 times in a lecture, and it's just so funny because I started watching an Irish YouTuber. She actually mentioned that she studied English literature as well and she loved Dracula. So I felt that was sort of a sign from destiny for me to pick that book up, and that's exactly what I did. So here's Dracula by Bram. Stoker. It's a classic. Like, they're like classic novels that everyone has to read at least once in their life, and I think Dracula is one of those. I already started reading this as well, just because I had to kill some time yesterday between lectures, and I've only come until chapter 2 so far, but this is so well written, it's insane. If you really want to like up your game with the English vocab, especially British vocab, then I highly recommend you read either this one or Sherlock Holmes or one of those classics. So let me just read to you what it says in the back. We are in Transylvania, and Transylvania is not England. Our ways are not your ways, and there shall be to you many strange things. Earnest and naive solicitor Jonathan Harker travels to Transylvania to organize the estate of the infamous Count Dracula at his crumbling castle. Finding himself imprisoned, Harker experiences all manner of supernatural horrors until he eventually escapes to be reunited with his fiancée Mina. Meanwhile in England, Mina's friend Lucy has been bitten and Mina herself is under threat from the Count as he attempts to quell his appetite for human blood. Arguably the most enduring Gothic novel of the 19th century, Bram Stoker's Dracula is as chilling today in its depiction of the vampire world and its exploration of Victorian values as it was at its time of publication. Need I say more? Now, I picked this up quite a while ago. I say quite a while ago, probably was only about a month ago, but still, usually when I pick up a book I start reading it immediately. That wasn't the case with this one. I don't know why, but I feel like you have to be in the right mindset to read this. This is called Are We All Lemmings and Snowflakes by Bourne. I'm sure that's supposed to be a pun or a joke or whatever. I do not understand that pun because I haven't read Lemmings nor Snowflakes. I think those are books that this is based upon. Please don't come for me in the comments. You can tell me if you know what this is supposed to mean. I'd love to know that. It's so interesting because in this book, that character who sees the world just like I do, in reality though, kind of tries to break out of that vision, kind of like battle against it, I guess. I think it's just easier if I read it to you. Welcome to Camp Reset, a summer camp with a difference. A place offering a shot at normality for Olive, a girl on the edge, and for her new friends, who are all dealing with their own battles. But as Olive settles in, she starts to wonder, maybe it's this messed up world that needs fixing and not them. And so she comes up with a plan, because together snowflakes can form avalanches. Yeah, I just feel like it sounds like a really good book if you want to like know more about mental health issues and if you like want to educate yourself a bit more, but it's still being fun to read, if that's the right word to use here, because it's a novel and a fictional book. So yeah, I'd love to know if you want to read this as well. Now where I have told you what this is about, let me know in the comments down below. Ladies and gentlemen, the next book I'm about to show you is probably one of my favourite things of all time. You probably don't know about me that I am bloody obsessed, and I mean obsessed with Shadowhunters. I loved the movie when it came out. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but Lily Collins, I love her. Shadowhunters, I love those two put together. You can imagine what that makes for me. Basically, heaven on earth. And when I found out that they were going to do a TV series about it on Netflix, I was so over the moon excited for it, and it didn't fail to impress me because it's so well made and so well thought out. If you haven't watched it, there are, I think, 3 seasons on Netflix. It's really good. I love it. Eventually, I knew I had to read the book at one point. So I have the first installment of the series. I have no idea how many books there are. I think there are 7 or 8 books in this series, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is from Cassandra Clare, Shadowhunters, City of Bones, and the series is called The Mortal Instruments. Clary Frey is seeing things, vampires in Brooklyn and werewolves in Manhattan, irresistibly drawn to the Shadowhunters, a secret cadre of warriors dedicated to ridding the world of demons. Clary encounters the dark side of New York City and the dangers of forbidden love. I mean, it doesn't even give away anything at all at the back, but if you've seen the TV series or the movies, you know that Clary kind of gets sucked into this world of full fantasy stuff, which she thought was fantasy and not real, but she learns eventually that everything is real and true, and she has to battle against them as well. So if you want to follow Clary's story as well as I do, then I highly recommend you pick this book up as well. And definitely watch the movie and the TV series because they're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I think it wouldn't be a video of mine if this didn't make an appearance. You know that I'm always reading Harry Potter, like rereading the books. As soon as I'm finished, I pick up the first book again and start reading it all over again because I'm just that much of a Potterhead. I am currently reading The Halfblood Prince. Harry Potter, you can't go wrong, especially during the autumn time, I think. If you haven't read the books, then you have probably been living on the moon or somewhere else, and you've definitely missed out on some things. Harry Potter, classic, love it, everyone loves it. If you haven't read it, read it now. And that's it for my autumn reading list. Now, I'm challenging myself here, because reading that many books in a matter of less than 2 months is probably going to be very hard. Yeah, but let me know if you have any further recommendations for really good autumn books, and if you have anything spooky for the Halloween time. If you have any books that you're currently reading for the autumn time, then let me know them as well. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to me already, then hit the subscribe button down there. It would mean the world to me, and I hope all of you having a great day and a great weekend, or whenever you're going to watch this, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye!